And the color shift is pretty too. So, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the face because, you know, we gotta cover up the struggle. Like, listen, I done told you about my eyebrow lady before, right? And how she fucked up my whole month one time. She's determined, I swear. She is determined to just jack with my shit. I'm not gonna lie. Got a couple, like, you know, little straight chin hairs and everything, you know. Some, you know, like, you know, wayward soldiers and whatnot. And so when I went to go get my brows waxed, which, you know, she did great on, like, she put some life into my brows this time. And I was like, can you just go ahead and, you know, just get them chin hairs? She's like, oh, you want your chin waxed? Okay. And she proceeded to wax like I had a beard. I don't have a beard. Like, I literally had like maybe 3 or 4 little friends down here. Now I have, like, you know, the Appalachian Mountains. Because of how many damn hair bumps I'm getting, because she just went in. And the rest of my face was like, we don't know this feeling. And I'm like, I don't know this feeling either, but I'm gonna let her do the shit because she can see up under here in case there is any other little straight friends. But no, now we got the Appalachian Mountains just popping up, and I'm sad. I could have did that shit at home. I really could have. So that's why I'm ashy in the face, because we're trying to just mask this shit as much as we can. That's why the Shape Tape is gonna come in handy. It is. What's good? How you doing? It's your girl D, back with another video. As many of you saw, I did go ahead and attend the VIB Rouge exclusive event for a special fall preview of a lot of up-and-coming launches. And I feel some type of way about that, I'm not going to lie. Now, first and foremost, no offense to any of the cast members or the associates at Sephora. Y'all are just doing what it is that the company wants you to do. I adore each and every single one of you, especially the independent center store. Y'all is all bad. What's good? But I kind of low-key feel some type of way because after the event was over, even though I walked out of there spending all kinds of money, then online, a lot of the items that I bought were available for VIB Rouge. And then today, all of the items are available for regular purchase. So it's like for really, y'all only gave me, like, you know, a 3-day head start. Is that what Rouge really means, fam? But be that as it may, some of the stuff, and I know a lot of people have asked me about the Too Faced Glitter Bomb palette. It is nice to go ahead and get my hands on it so I can give you guys a good, full, unbiased, fair review. I've also had to try to record this like 3 different times, and I've had some kind of technical failure each and every single time. Is this an eyelash? What is this? This better be mascara. There's something. Really, we just rocking like that with that kind of clump just there, fam? Okay, whatever. So, but a lot of people were very interested in the Too Faced Glitter Bomb palette, so I wanted to go ahead and review that first and foremost for you guys and let you know what it is that I thought, how it performed, all that stuff. It comes with 8 glitter bomb shadows, sparkly ones, and then 2 bases to help intensify or brighten the color. The black base to intensify, the white base to go ahead and brighten up the color. It is a all cardboard palette, which I kind of feel some type of way about. There's pros and cons to it. The first being, okay, it's cardboard, you know, Too Faced for $5 more. Y'all are giving me hard plastic or a tin and everything with the chocolate bonbon or a sweet peach or a chocolate bar. But with this, and also with this being technically 10 shadows, 8 that are wearable. Technically, with this only being 10 shadows, and then the bonbons and the chocolate bar and the sweet peach or the semi-sweet chocolate bar, those are 18 shades, I believe. 18 actual shades. 16 to 18 for 50, whereas this is technically 8 for 45. Now, then there's the then there's the pro that technically this lovely cover is filled with glitter, and the glitter does shit when you shake it or move it to the side. So you really can't unless it's going to be all kinds of ridiculously expensive. You can't really do that with a traditional plastic or tin palette cover. Okay, all right, I get that. Be that as it may. Now, my second technical difficulty was I tend to, as I'm recording on the Pixel XL, pause instead of actually just recording a dedicated video, stopping that, doing whatever, then starting another video. And I apparently did this entire eye look on pause. But I'm going to go ahead and zoom in to show you guys some of what it is that I did and some of the things that I learned. So on my eyes, I have the shades Hot Damn, which is the most lid color. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Hot damn. Make a dragon want to retire, man. Sorry. And then in the inner third of the lid, I have Confetti. And then a little bit more of the inner corner is Fairy Dust layered on top of that. Now, one thing I did learn is that I used both bases, both the brightening base and the intensifying base. If you're going to use a combination of the two, it is always best. And again, there's no rhyme or reason to makeup, but I'm just giving you guys my personal insight. I would suggest that you use your brightening base first and blend that out to where it is that you need to be, and then blend the intensifying base on top. I tried the intensifying base first and then tried to blend the brightening base, the white matte, outward. It didn't come out as well of a gradient on this eye as it is on this particular eye. So they both were an experiment. Secondly, it also states that you can go ahead and use this palette wet if you'd like, where you go ahead, you get the product on your brush, spray it with something that's moistened, and then go from there. So on this eye, I actually use a little bit of MAC Fix Plus to help to intensify the shade. Whereas on this eye, I went ahead and used what is an awesome alternative to Too Faced version, but I actually just went ahead and used NYX Glitter Glue. For this eye with the Fix Plus, I had to work to build up coverage, whereas with this eye here with the NYX Glitter Glue, coverage was just already solid and opaque just straight off the jump. Now, the standard thing for a lot of Too Faced palettes, it does come with a little glamour guide, and normally I just throw those to the wayside, but I did actually pay attention to the glamour guide this time, and it came with 3 different looks. And it also says 1 look 4 ways too. So it shows with glitter glue, it shows with the white base, it shows with the black base, and then it shows with wet shadow. With the moistened shadow and with the glitter glue, you're going to get more of a foil look than anything else. At least that's what it came out to be for me. You can definitely tell looking up close, like, okay, all right, there is some glitter there is, but at first glance it just looks to be extra shiny and shit. And that's been what a lot of the flack that this palette has gotten, is that low-key it's not a bomb of glitter. Like, you've got more glitter in the cover than you actually do in these shadows. It's just shiny shit. Now, is it worth it? No. I'll be real with you. It depends upon what battle it is that you want to pick. This is, of course, a whole lot better than messing with your traditional glitter, your loose glitter, and then using the glitter glue, and then making sure that you're precise in your placement, and then dusting off the fallout and everything like that. It is definitely better than that. For the price point, even though a lot of traditional loose glitters are tons cheaper, for the price point, it is good. You know, you do get 8 shimmery ass shadows for $45. You gonna die, motherfucker. Come back if you want to. The number 1 glitter item on the market right now is probably the Stila Magnificent Metals, but those are $24 a pop. And this ain't shit on the Stila Magnificent Metals. I've got several of those on deck. I will be giving you a comparison here in regards to swatches, and I've got the new Stila Magnificent Metal coming soon too, since I was a VIB Rouge item. So this ain't shit on the Stila Magnificent Metals. But for the price point, it is good to have. Now, it's not going to be a staple in your collection either. This is definitely not a daily driver palette unless you want to do the absolute most at the office. If that's how you roll, go for it, boo. That's how you roll. But this is not a daily driver palette. This is definitely special occasion. I'm going to a club. I'm stealing somebody's ditty. I'm going to look like I'm stealing somebody's name, but I'm not a philanderer like that. Unless it's the weekend. Kidding. But that's what this palette gives me. And and it's not a daily driver. It's not everyday makeup. It requires a little bit of work and a little bit of a learning curve to go ahead and master these shadows. Now, swatches. Yeah, I did swatch them live, but you guys know my damn color adjustment on this phone is interesting. So here's your swatches. And I will do some color adjustments so you can see. So up top, you have the bases, the intensifying base, which is the black, and then you have the brightening base, which is the white. And then next up, you have this first shade, which is Fairy Dust. Fairy Dust is a pearl with a little bit of pink undertone and pink reflect. Then after that is Confetti. Confetti is a true pink with pink glitter and reflect. Then next up is Hot Damn. Hot Damn is a purple with blue undertone and purple and blue glitter. Then you've got Glitter Goals, which is a nice color shift here, and it shows up almost like throw up, and I don't mean throw up in like a negative connotory sense, but it's just a cluster of color to describe, because it's got green undertone in it, but pink and gold glitter. But there might be some black in there too. It really is just a cluster to explain. So then you got Rose All Day, this nice true rose gold with pink reflect. Then you got my three favorite shades in the whole thing. You've got Work It, which is this copper orange here, burnt orange. Then you got and it's got some color shift to it. It's got some gold and orange mixed together. Then you got Oh It's On, which is a nice gold and has interestingly enough, it has some green glitter in it. And then last but not least, you have Splash, which is the green in the palette, and that has some blue undertone but green glitter. Now the pigment is good. They swatch beautifully, not gonna lie. But like I said, in regards of everyday use, being practical, less work, working smarter and not harder, that's where you're gonna have to weigh your battles. I'm not about to give this shit up in any way, shape, or form. But interestingly enough, it reminds me a lot of the Urban Decay Moondust palette. And the Moondust palette was all, the Moondust palette was all plastic too in regards to the case. And I will be damned, this Element color is a damn good dupe for this Work It color. Tell me if I'm lying. So there's Work It, and there's Element from the Urban Decay palette. You know, as I'm getting the Moondust palette out, another dupe that's in here. So this shade right here in the Too Faced palette is Rose All Day, whereas it looks very similar to Urban Decay's Spectre from the Moondust palette. Like, at first glance, it almost looks like and it even has the pink glitter in there too. I'm not lying. It's very interesting. I'm gonna try this Magnetic shade. What the fuck? hang on, folks. So, magnetic. Almost a dupe for hot damn. Or vice versa. It's got the blue undertone in there. The blue is a little bit more prominently visible on the Urban Decay swatch than it is the actual Too Faced one. But this is so crazy. Like, I knew that it reminded me of the palette, but this is weird how similar these shades are, because here's all the Too Faced ones, and then as you can see, they continue on to the other side of my arm. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna try this Light Year shade, and I know that it should be different. Yeah, it's definitely a brighter green, but it's very similar. Very, very similar. Because this is more of the Too Faced one has a little bit more a blue undertone to it, whereas this has blue glitter but no real strong undertone. But that's very interesting how exceedingly similar the two are. That's unusual as shit. And you know what? We're not going to cut anything out of the video. Y'all going to go ahead and get this tea. Wow. Really, Jared Blandino? Like, I knew it reminded me of the Moondust palette, but damn, them is some similar ass shades. Wow. Like, come on now. Ooh. Well, now one thing I will say, now that I've gotten my pictures and everything, because you see nice shimmery shadows, okay, cool, but it still ain't nothing. Stop taking pictures, phone. It still ain't nothing on, again, the Stila. Okay, so Kitten Karma right there, y'all. And swatching Kitten Karma next to the Rose All Day. So there you go. Rose All Day, which is the rose gold one, that is on top. Rose gold with pink glitter, and this is Stila Cosmetics, the Magnificent Metal in Kitten Karma. You can see a difference in the pigmentation, like, damn. But like I said, I wanted to bring you guys some comparisons. What's another Stila one that I've got out? And then I guess maybe I could compare this to Fairy Dust. Yeah, okay. So there's your swatches. These are somewhat similar, but not the dedicated dupes like on this Urban Decay palette. Just, well, shit. It's an interesting development. I almost feel like I want to go ahead and call a drama channel or something like that. Like, bitch, do you see this here? Low-key Too Faced was gonna catch a little bit of flack anyways, just because of how Jared Blandino handled the whole Tarte situation on their social media, and like, you know, there are no unicorns in the Amazon, and that little catty ass comment or whatever. And then, you know, how their customer service has just really gone downhill. I think I've addressed this previously in a different video. Since they've been absorbed under Estee Lauder. And then, you know, you guys can look at Too Faced drama all day, every day. But I'm just here to tell you about this particular palette and whether or not it's worth your money. Man, but Wow. I'm glad I still have my moon dust, because that's freaking crazy. Listen. Anyways, again, the Glitter Bomb palette is $45. 8 shades, 2 actual bases to help intensify or brighten up your shadow. Anyways, again, the Too Faced palette, the Glitter Bomb palette, is going to be released, I believe, on Too Faced website as of June 15th. I know VIB Rouge members are able to get it on, actually no, I know that people are able to purchase it online at Sephora, but not necessarily in store yet. So if you're going to be getting this, make an informed decision. Do your homework, shorty. Okay. I hope that this video helps you with that homework and in going ahead and purchasing the palette. I'm just so flabbergasted at the fact that we've made this discovery. Like, wow. Ooh. But anyways, other than that, glitter's not normally my thing, but it was pretty. It did captivate me for a little bit. And yeah, I'm really shocked that this took place, but whatever, however. Anyhow, as always, thank you ever so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you have any questions or suggestions, hit your girl up in the comment section. If you are new here, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'd love to see you back on my channel. But if you're not here for me, my shenanigans, my opinion, or flagrant use of the word motherfucker, that's fine. There is an X in that corner for you to click into life and get the entire fuck up off my channel. But if you are here for my shenanigans, you are beautiful, amazing, wonderful, spectacular. And if no one else has told you, I will continue to tell you at the conclusion of every video as well. I appreciate you. You guys have a wonderful night.